Good evening and welcome to Universal Spiritualism and Online Psychic Readings. Tonight we have our wonderful Niko, who is doing a demonstration of trance mediumship. Niko has already gone into trance, and his guides and inspirers, collectively known as Noah, will be speaking through Niko when I bring him on stage. First of all, we will say a few hellos. Got Mark, Cindy, Jessica, KWZ, Patrick, and thank you for joining us here this evening, and Mariette, evening from South Africa. So without further ado, I will bring Niko onto stage, and as I say, Niko's already gone into trance, and it will be his guides and inspirers, Noah, that will be speaking through him. Good evening.
Greetings to you, my dear one. Allow us, my dear, to always begin offering you our sincere gratitude. And greetings to all who have joined to hear our words, to feel our essence near, and to allow our mere presence to be a guiding light to you along your physical journey. A physical journey, my dear ones, where many in your realm forget its significance and the impact each of you have within both realms. Allow me the opportunity to offer clarity through a vision each of you will be able to comprehend. Understand that the moment of your entry into your physical form, a portal, if you will, opens. As long as there is breath within your physical form, this portal remains active. It is through this portal where every experience you undergo, every action, every word spoken, every feeling you learn of is transferred into our realm. Not only for the growth, understanding, of your highest essence, leading to its own transformation and ascension, but each one in our physical realm, my dear, also benefits, also learns, also experiences. Because of that, my dear ones, your highest essence is indeed honored and respected. And many from our realm offer through that very same portal love and compassion to each of you during your most difficult moments. It is within that difficulty, the feeling of despair, isolation, loneliness, pain, that you are able to feel our essence near. Quiet, subtle, yet alive, offering you support, solace, comfort. And yet, my dear ones, how many in your realm are truly unaware of that? Brush off the sensation as imagination. Wallow in their own pity. Blame themselves for perceived mistakes. Judge themselves harshly, forgetting that imperfection is the blessing, is the honor, is the reverence of being an essence. For it is because of your physical form, your journey, your realm, that your imperfections garner the most powerful lessons that so many are learning from. Honor yourselves, my dear ones, as we honor you. Embrace all of your lessons, all of your heartache, your imperfections. For this is a transient journey. Though you perceive it by length of time, even the time in your realm is not as long as you perceive it to be. Why spend an entire journey worrying, fearing, doubting, and forgetting the impact your existence in your realm truly has in ours? View yourselves as we view you, a symbol of hope. When each of you love selflessly, you are representing our realm. When each of you offer compassion, you are honoring your highest essence. Be that hope, my dear ones. Remember that you are hope, especially during your most difficult moments when you forget. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you so much, Noah, for those very insightful words. We've had a few new people come on, so good evening, Kim. Good evening, Linda. Hi, Perry and Baronet and Elizabeth from South Wales. I'm in North Wales at the moment, Elizabeth, so good to have another Welsh person viewing. Okay. Right. If you would like any questions answered, either about the spirit world or your spiritual journey, please can you just pop it into the comments now, and I will choose from the comments ones to put to Noah and have your questions answered. So to start us off, I'll just find one from earlier. And Kay Weezy Jones has asked, can you tap into my dad?
My dear, so can you. To ask others to bring forth his essence is not truly believing, my dear, that you are a spirit essence within your form. Understand, my dear, that breath within you is your essence, is your energy. As that same essence, my dear, flows through your form into your realm, so too does it flow into ours. Even this transmission, my dear, is based on that very same energy, that very same flow of spirit essence. That connection you possess, my dear, while in your form to our realm, is through your very spirit energy. So though the one who you recall as your father has ended his physical journey, his essence, my dear, that spirit energy, remains very much connected to yours. So as your essence and his are intertwined in our realm, you clearly possess the ability to feel, sense, and invite his spirit essence to your physical form, which is how you sense a presence near, how you receive sensations, those chills on the form, slight pressure, a sensation of a breeze across your hair. This is him, my dear. How you notice signs, identical repeated numbers, that butterfly appearing from nowhere. This is all energy, my dear. His essence is strong, as is yours. His message is to believe, my dear. For as you join these gatherings, you perceive it as a phenomenon, a moment in time when one is connecting to our realm on your behalf, overriding the notion, my dear, that you also possess the exact frequency to not only receive, but to transmit. Hence the portal I mentioned earlier. So begin, my dear, to remove this resistance, this doubt, that deep question where you are asking if it is real or not. And once you do that, my dear, you will clearly understand your connection to not only your essence in our realm, to not only our realm, but to the eternal connection to that beautiful essence that you recall as your Father. And I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have Mariette who is asking, do you maybe have a message from my fiance on how he passed away? Till this day, it's a mystery.
My dear, allow me to offer vital information to those in your realm who do not yet possess the understanding of what is retained through each physical experience. Reflect for a moment, my dear, on your existence in form. How this possesses two halves, if you will, the conscious mind as well as the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind, my dear, is the one that is quite active, where the thoughts, the ego, the pride, the perceived direction of your journey all parlays into that section of the mind. Your subconscious mind, my dear, is where you are able to sense emotion, where you retreat to when you enter your sleep state, thus offering rest to that overactive conscious mind and trusting enough to delve deep within the subconscious. It is within this subconscious, my dear, within this dream state, that your intuitive section becomes alive, where you receive messages through our realm, where you remember your essence, where you even reenact specific pain you've endured. This occurs, my dear, because it is within this subconscious during this rest period that your highest essence is organizing, if you will, processing, if you will, the emotions you are experiencing on a deep level. It accesses, it feels, and it stores within the vault, per se, within that subconscious, while you are resting and unaware. When one's physical journey, my dear, comes to an end, as the form remains in your realm, so does the conscious mind. This subconscious is what remains attached to your essence. Your highest essence, my dear, if you will, reclaims that vault where it has stored the impact of each powerful emotion it desired for you to experience in order for it to grow and evolve. So the same reference, my dear, whereas you awaken from a dream state, you very rarely recall the events of that dream. So too, my dear, does that essence very rarely recall specific events of that life. For as your conscious mind, my dear, restores every moment, every event, everything which you deem to be significant, it does not retain the emotions you've learned and lived through. So as your lost loved ones, my dear, revisit you, if you will, and you sense their essence, it is feeling, for energy is emotion. And when one from your realm, my dear, attempts to bring through the essence of a lost loved one for another, they are doing so by feeling that energy, feeling the emotions that that essence is bringing forth. And as they are feeling, my dear, your memories are what that essence is clinging to. But to ask an essence in our realm to offer you specifics that you are seeking answers to, it is the same, my dear, as me asking you to recall every moment of the last dream you had. So rather than seek answers, trust what you feel. The answers, my dear, are sought through the mind. And I assure you, any answer it receives is never enough. Yet the feeling you experience through the connection of that loving essence is unconditional love, my dear, which is always enough. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have both Terry and Linda asking, how do you find out my guide's name?
My dear, first allow me to ask you, why is it so important to seek an identity by name? Why do you perceive that the name you are known by in this physical form is the only name you have ever carried? Your essence, my dear, your energy, your vibration, your frequency is what makes you unique. Not the gender of your form, nor your identity by name others know you by. nor your religious beliefs, nor your educational level, nor your status. All of these, my dear, originate in your realm or seek through the ego and placed importance upon in order to seek and find acceptance. And yet, our realm does not know you by your name, nor do those beautiful essences who are assisting you. For this is not the first journey you have lived, my dear, that they have assisted you. They feel your essence. They connect to your frequency as you to theirs. And my dear, if you attempt to sit in your silence, to truly connect through your heart, through feeling, through your vulnerability, through your emotions, through your trust, then I assure you, my dear, not only will you recognize and remember the vibration of their frequency, but they will even offer you a memory or remembrance of a physical journey you have both experienced together, where you will remember that name. But I also assure you, my dear, as one attempts to connect with not only their highest essence in our realm, but also to those beautiful essences assisting them through the mind, through the ego, through demands. Silence is what they shall receive. Not for punishment, my dear, but out of love, to allow you the opportunity to differentiate between your physical form and your essence, and then to allow you the time that you require to come to your own conclusion on which do you perceive to be more important to you, this one physical form or your eternal essence. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We've got Lisa asking, may I have a message? Please, much appreciated.
My dear one, alignment is not something to be seeked. It is something to trust. Your inquiry into our realm, into various modalities, questioning, seeking, attempting to understand what you are undergoing, what you are feeling, attempting to find a conclusion upon a crossroad you have come to in your life. It's not true alignment, my dear. It is merely more confusion. Acceptance and trust is alignment. Accept, my dear, your crossroad and trust that you have come upon it intentionally. But there is also a lesson to be learned. Trust that the correct path will reveal itself within your heart through the guidance of your highest essence in our realm. Patient, my dear. Be patient, for alignment only comes when you are truly ready. Inform and accept once more, my dear, that this wonderful journey you are experiencing already has a planned ending. You are not the one creating your destiny. The architect, my dear, of your entire journey is your highest essence in our realm. Trust in that. Trust the alignment will occur at the precise time it is intended. And trust yourself on your journey, my dear. Do not be harsh with your decisions. Do not sense regret. Do not feel shame. Be accepting of yourself and love yourself. And trust that you are exactly, my dear, where you are meant to be on your journey at this time. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Linda asks, do angels and spirit guides work in the same way to help us?
Indeed, my dear. Are we all not energy? Why is it, my dear, those in your realm create levels in ours as they are so unaware of our realm? And why is there a hierarchy system, my dear? Why do you perceive that ascended masters and celestial beings are so much more powerful than your essence? Understand, my dear, each physical experience your highest essence creates in order to learn. The many, my dear, simultaneously even, indicates that your highest essence is quite intelligent, quite loving, compassionate to each of your journeys, and is aware of precisely what it is creating. This is how it ascends, my dear. It is through you, through this life, through your courage, through your understanding. And so many of you are seeking assistance externally. Essences who are assisting, guides, teachers. And yet, my dear, If you, your breath, your spark within this physical form is a direct link, the direct connection to your highest essence, why seek externally and not within through that very same connection, my dear? Understand that even essences who are assisting you on your journey are first, my dear, assisting your highest essence in our realm. Do not overlook your own essence in order to find comfort and guidance from the assistance of your essence. We are all helping, my dear, for we are all one energy. This is what interconnectedness means in our realm. There is no one greater than the other. We all serve as one breath, if you will, of the Creator. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. And just in response to Neek's, yes, there's a cat in Niko's background that you can hear coming round. Joni asks, hello, can I hear from my dad? Aware I have ability, but nothing compared to your gifts.
My dear, that is inaccurate. Why, my dear? Do you compare? When one compares, my dear, they are not honoring their essence. The difference, my dear, between this transmission occurring and you believing you cannot connect to the essence of the one you remember as your father is your doubt, your mind, the control of the ego, my dear. Well, my dear, I ask you, are you not still breathing? Is that portal not still open? Your essence, my dear, is the constant that is flowing through that very same portal. And it is through that flow, through your essence in our realm, that the essence of the one you recall as your father can easily flow through that portal to you. All one must do is trust in order to remember their essence and not rely on the mind and the ego as identity as much as they do. Love, my dear. This message you are seeking from his essence is to love yourself. So I ask you, my dear, do you truly love yourself? With the understanding that imperfections are intentional. Do you love yourself unconditionally as we in our realm love you? Have you forgiven yourself through your own perception of guilt, through flaws? Do you truly love yourself, my dear? This is the question. This is the message. Not only of the essence you recall as your father, but from all of us in our realm. Be kind to yourself, my dear, and love yourself. Allow that flow to continue so you may continue to sense his essence as well as your own. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Tans, who's on here watching from Australia for the first time, would love to hear from any of her spirit family if you have a message for her.
I ask each of you to notice the pattern this evening. Notice how even after the first words we spoke, these questions pertaining to external help, external guidance, are still persistent. Understand, my dear ones, even more clearly, how through this connection, each of us in our realm possess all of your questions have already been received prior to each of you asking them. Thereby, the value of the words we first spoke of. Your message, my dear one, is not only coming from your loved ones in our realm, but most importantly, it is being directed to you by your highest essence in our realm. Think of me. Feel me. Honor me. Remember me. For I am you. We are one. Your heart, my dear, is full. It's expanding as you hear these words. Trust in what you feel. For this is your guiding light, my dear. This is who you have forgotten. This is who you are. This is who you represent. Your actions, your words, your intentional offer of love is a reflection of your own essence and ours. Remember that, my dear. For this is where your guidance is. This is who is leading you with great love, great honor, and great respect. I thank you, my dear one.
Tans has a follow-up just saying, I feel so lost without my dad.
My dear, why do you perceive in separation? In separation being real. You are not lost, my dear. You're even more guided with now his essence aligned with your journey. People in your realm truly accept separation as a reality. Your realm versus ours, he versus she. When in fact, my dear, this line of thinking is quite absurd. For as each one in your realm possesses a breath, each one in your realm is connected to ours. So how can one possibly believe they are separate? How can one truly feel lost when in actuality, my dear, the opposite is occurring? You're guided by yet one more loving essence who honors you and loves you deeply. Grieving, my dear, is not at all what those in your realm perceive it to be. Why does grief exist in your realm, my dear? Because it is not your mind who misses the essence you remember as your father. It is your essence missing the privilege that each soul is awarded once they enter physical form. The ability to touch, to kiss, to speak, to laugh. This is what creates the intimacy between these powerful relationships in your realm, my dear. This is what is truly occurring. Your essence within your form longs for that embrace, for that soft, gentle kiss. Your essence, my dear, longs for the sense of comfort, stability, the reassurance you felt as you donned the role of child. And yet, through your physical journey, my dear, also created barriers where each of you did not truly enjoy the other's presence throughout your physical day. Now you can. Now there are no limitations of your realm, which detach you from the presence of the essence you recall as your father. For there is no time, my dear, in our realm. So his essence is with you, supporting you, guiding you, loving you every moment of every day. In order for you, my dear, to experience that, merely believe in it. Open your heart to accept it. And don't doubt it. And do not continue to believe in separation. Then you, my dear, are the one distancing yourself from his loving, encouraging essence. Only you. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Dana, as always, has some interesting questions, and she asks tonight, can you explain our light body and connection to consciousness?
My dear, we previously spoke of the conscious mind. Your question now pertains to the subconscious mind within your form, your intuitive mind, my dear. You are light. All energy is brightness, my dear. All energy connects. Even the energy, my dear, within your realm. Each of you are connected through invisible rays, if you will, through your energies, through your passageway to our realm. There is no differentiation, my dear, between realms. For our realm is also in yours. And yet, I ask you, are you able, with soft eyes, to notice the auric field of one next to you? If one, my dear, is truly aligned, as one is truly accepted, as one is truly remembered, they slowly begin to view their realm differently, with soft eyes, resembling the softness of their essence, without the mind's constant interference, the ego constantly negating what is occurring. This is when one is able to notice the gentle illumination of this auric field, as is known in your realm, around another's form. When that occurs, my dear, trust in it. For then, with those same soft eyes, the same acceptance, the same trust, the same belief, one begins to notice the illumination of energies around them in their realm, through nature. And then finally, my dear, even through the air. This is what it means in your realm to be enlightened. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the people that we haven't got to, but unfortunately we've come to time already. So I will hand it back over to Noah for some final words before we finish our session tonight.
Yes, my dear. Once more, we offer our gratitude. Not merely for the opportunity to be heard, but for connecting, reaching out, if you will, to each of your essences. This is where we feel what is truly within your hearts. This is your truth, my dear ones. This is your identity. It is not your status, how others perceive you and accept you, nor the titles you don. None of that is relevant, my dear. This, deep within your hearts, this reflects the core of your essence, love. And even those moments when you inflicted pain on another. The regret you experienced derives from that love deep within the heart. So even as you personify an identity for those in your realm, this is never who you are. This is the act. Everyone in your realm can hide from their truth, can become another person, another identity, another front. But no one in your realm can replace that love deep within their heart. No one can seize a new identity to replace the core of their essence. No one can ever hurt another without feeling remorse. This, my dear ones, hopefully serves as a reminder. As long as you possess breath, as long as there is love deep within your heart, this journey you are each traveling upon in your realm is not yours. It is the journey orchestrated, designed, and meticulously being followed by your highest essence in our realm. So you are never alone. You are always supported, guided, and especially loved. I thank you, my dear ones.
Thank you so much, Noah. Right, while Niko returns to us from being in trance, I'll just fill you in with what's happening tomorrow. We've got readings at 3:30 British Summer Time in the UK, 3:30 with Sheila. At 5 o'clock we have Lainey with readings, and then at 6 o'clock we have healing. We have readings every day and healing every day at 6 o'clock. All you need to do is find us either on YouTube at Find Me a Medium, or on Facebook on online live psychic readings. And you just comment on the videos, and so we know that you want a reading. Okay, our readings are always free, and everybody. Hi, Niko.
Hi, everybody. That was beautiful.
You had some friends around you today as well with your kittens and your cats.
This cat, this is my spiritual cat. She has to be against me when I'm in transmission. She'll scratch at the door. She has to come in. This is the only animal that has to lean on me to feel that energy. It's fascinating. Cats are very in tune to the spirit realm. That's for sure.
They are. Thanks ever so much, Niko, and thank you everybody for joining us here this evening. Look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye. Thanks, then, everyone. Everybody. Thank you.
Bye.